Welcome back to the channel, folks. This is Trip on Two Wheels. Today wow, what do we know? What do we have up there? Can y'all see that motorized parachute? See if we can get him in frame here. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, eyes back on the road where we can be safe. So as I was saying, I guess you could call today's video my 1,000 subscriber special, or my 1,000 subscriber thank you. Anyway, the main purpose of this video today is to thank each and every one of you that has watched my channel. Those of you that have subscribed especially, and those of you that have kind of become a part of the Trip on Two Wheels family and leave comments and have become regulars. I really appreciate it. And just 4 short months, actually be 4 months and 3 or 4 days, I guess. We've reached 1,000 subscribers. We're just about to hit 60,000 views, and barring any unforeseen mishap or computer going down or my editing skills leaving my brain, this will be the 29th video on the channel. Again, I just want to thank you all for coming on and watching me and watching these videos. I hope that I've been able to entertain you a little bit, or teach you something, or just take you along riding with me. I want to thank you for being my friends, and I want to thank you for being part of my YouTube family. Now, one of the things you're probably wondering is, Trip, you were going to give away a free GoPro7 to one of your first 1,000 subscribers. And yes, indeed, I have drawn a winner, and I will let you know who that is at the end of this video. You see what I did there? Neat little trick to get you to watch longer than you might normally. Well, I hope that's not the case. So now the question is, now that I don't have a big fat contest going, are people going to keep subscribing? Well, I sure hope so, but maybe I'll come up with a contest for 10,000 subscribers. Let me hear your suggestions on what I ought to give away at 10,000 subscribers. I've been thinking maybe a motorcycle, maybe a used classic Honda, or maybe a used Kawasaki Vulcan, or who knows. Hello, Mr. Stop Sign. Hello, Mr. Train Tracks. All right, back in gear and we're off. I'd like to give a few shout outs also for people, also fellow YouTubers that have channels who've inspired me, and I hope I don't leave anybody out. Some of these people are part of the Kawasaki Vulcan S650 community, others aren't, but the first is Uncle Red. He was an inspiration when I first got started, still is. I love watching his videos. Let me see who else. There's Red Zone Rider, the Rhythmic Biker, the Cockney Biker, and Sinbad 683. I would encourage you all to check out their channels. I don't look at these guys as competition. I just look at them as part of the family. So you'd do me proud by subscribing to them as well and watching what they've got to say. These guys are pretty good at what they do. The next folks I'd like to give a shout out to is the wait staff at Matinga's Pizzeria. They make one of the best calzones I've ever had. They are located in Shoutouts, Texas. And I think there's probably 5 or 6 of these young ladies who have subscribed to my channel. So I tell you what, if any of you are watching this video and Trip on Two Wheels comes into the restaurant next time, you mention it and I'll give you a $10 tip. How's that? Or if you're watching this video, why don't you leave a comment in the comments section, and I'll make sure to come in and give you a $10 tip, whether you wait on me or not. So anyways, folks, if you're in the neighborhood of Shoutouts, Texas, see Matinga's. Go to Matinga's, get their calzone, get their pizza, whatever. Great place to eat. Next thing I need to talk about, and I apologize for the mishmash of subjects here, but if y'all watched my last video, Bike Down, I just wanted to give you an update. Thankfully, the Vulcan S came out unscathed. What happened was there was a big windstorm, and there's a Harley Road King parked right next to my bike with a cover on. And believe it or not, this 800-pound plus Harley was blown over by the wind, and its handlebar, right handlebar, hit the left handlebar of this bike and knocked it over. Thankfully, there was a cover on this bike, and even more importantly, I was only parked 3 or 4 inches away from the edge of the pavement, so the bike fell into the grass / wet dirt, or the soft ground anyhow. And if you look down, you can see I've got RNG crash bars in the back. I've got a GV rack. I've got the highway pegs down there. All of these serve to sort of stab into the mud and protect the bike. I gave it a cursory look over that next morning. This afternoon, I cleaned up the bike real well. I had to adjust the mirrors. If you remember correctly, this left mirror was all out of whack. This control portion here had rotated back about 45 degrees. I got that all adjusted. That was pretty easy. I had to adjust this mirror slightly, but not a scratch on the bike. I was concerned that the exhaust system might have been sort of pushed in or caved in. Nope, not the occasion. No cracks, no scratches, no nothing. The only thing I have left to check on is the light bar to see if it's out of whack. So it's going to be dark here in a couple hours, and I'm going to give that a try and see how that goes. But a number of you had expressed concern in the comments section of that video called Bike Down. If you haven't watched it, I encourage you to. And I want to thank you for, first off, your concern, your kind words, but just want to let you know that this bike that is nameless for the time being is okay. That's probably another subject for a video. I need to come up with a name for this bike. Don't know what it's going to be yet. Maybe y'all can help me and leave me a suggestion. You know something I just noticed? I did a video a few weeks ago about blind spot mirrors, and I put these mirrors on, and they do work well. They're just a tad small, but here's what I've noticed. I'm getting sort of a black spot on that mirror right there. I don't know what it is, like the chrome is eating away from the inside, or the reflective backing, and I'm getting the same thing over here. So those things are pretty darn cheap. I'm gonna, I think, replace them with a larger pair here in the next few days. But just an update, I will put the brand down in the details section of this video, and be sure not to buy them. They serve their purpose, but their quality and the way they stand up, I'm not too impressed with. Another random note, I've got about 4,000 miles on the bike now. It's a 2015, but I bought it with about 1,000 miles on it. That's another cool story I want to tell you sometime. But I've put right at 3,000 miles on this bike, and it's operated flawlessly. I have never had a single problem with this thing, other than it falling over the other day. This bike has been wonderful. Performance-wise, amazing. I continue to be very thrilled with the Vulcan S. Very happy with my purchase. As you know, I've done a number of mods to it. I can ride this bike now 250 miles, a complete full tank of gas without any discomfort, feel just fine. So there's kind of your update. Really all I've had to do in this bike is just change the oil and put air in the tires, and that's really it. Maintenance free. This Kawasaki purrs like a kitten. Well, it doesn't really purr anymore since I put the Aero Rebel exhaust on it, but it's a great bike. So there's kind of your update after 3,000 miles of ownership. Okay, so on to what you've been waiting for. And I have to tell you that the winner I drew, and I've already let him know, but the winner, and I'm not going to tell you his last name because I know I'll try to get in contact with him and try to get in on his incredible winnings. But the winner of the free GoPro was actually about subscriber 110 or 111. His name is David, and last initial H. And he lives in Edinburgh, Texas, and he was thrilled I got in contact with him. I sent him a message, and he responded back with his phone number. I called him up. Really nice gentleman. He was really happy to get the GoPro, and so that's all in the works. Actually, truth be known, we talked a bit, and instead of sending him the GoPro, I just PayPal'd him $400. That's what the camera cost. He actually would rather have the cash, and that way I didn't have to pay sales tax. So it was a win-win situation. So congratulations, David H. of Edinburgh, Texas. You're the proud owner of $400 of Trip on Two Wheels hard-earned money that you can turn into a GoPro7 if you want, or do just about anything you'd like with it. A big thanks to all of you who subscribed, my first 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm now up to 1,025 or 26, but thanks all of you, and only one of you could win. I'm sorry you all couldn't win, but I could not afford $400,000 for 1,000 GoPro7, so I hope you understand. So it looks like the grand experiment is working. I started this channel, like I said, about 4 months ago, and it's kind of an experiment to see how it would go, to see if people wanted to hear what I had to say. And well, I know at least 1,000 of you do so far. But the bottom line is I'm having a blast doing this, and I've decided to keep doing it. And hopefully I'll make hundreds and hundreds more videos down the road. And I would like to ask those of you watching a big favor. Please consider subscribing. There is a red subscribe button down there somewhere, either that way or some way. Down there, hit that, and please hit the notification bell. It would really mean a lot. I'd be happy if you did. So I'm rambling here, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I just want to let you know how thankful I am for those of you watching me, and I want to continue to do this. I've decided to do so. This is a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for making the channel what it is. Also, one last favor. Please leave your comments. Please let me know if you think I'm doing things right, if I'm doing things wrong. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me hear from you. Make a comment. What do you ride? What videos do you like to watch? What's your opinion? Give me a shout out. I'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much. This is Trip on Two Wheels. I'm going to take off now. I've already taken off, but I'm going to leave you now. And as I always like to say, ride safe and ride often.